You know, I want to say it was about maybe 7, 8 months ago. I even push it to a year. I made a statement saying that there seems to be an increase of violent crimes and domestic violence committed by women and against men. Some people really got mad at Jess and just said, you're just a sexist. You have something against women. When that's not the case at all. But I guess it's different if it's coming from this face and this mouth. I just got a big head. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe you'll believe them.
A Fox 59 crime tracker now. An Indianapolis woman is accused of murder. And that's after police say she intentionally drove over a man on the north side. Fox 59's Jesse Wells explains the motive for that violence.
Police believe the death here in this parking lot was domestic related. That's why the domestic violence awareness advocate for the city hopes the case sends an important message to anyone involved in an unhealthy relationship. Just after midnight, police were called to this parking lot outside Tilly's Pub on 82nd Street, where emergency crews found a 26-year-old man dead underneath a car. That victim was identified as Andre Smith, who leaves behind a young child and a grieving family. Court records claim the suspect, 26-year-old Galen Morris, told witnesses she believed Smith was cheating on her with another woman and tracked him to the pub using GPS, where she ran
used an air tag
3 times in the parking lot before being arrested for murder.
We don't want to continue to be on the news talking about death when it could have been prevented.
Daniette Smith, the director of Indy's Domestic Violence Prevention Program, says while domestic violence calls to IMPD over the first few months of 2022 have gone down compared to the end of 2021, there has been one noticeable increase.
And we are noticing that there are more calls to IMPD coming from males in reference to, females being the suspect. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that domestic violence doesn't discriminate.
And while Andre Smith's family, Daniette reminds everyone that resources and advocates are available to help prevent domestic violence before it turns deadly.
When we see cases like this, we hope to spread the message of getting the resources needed for domestic violence, but also when there's domestic violence in a relationship, to reach out.
Ultimately, it will be up to the prosecutor's office to file formal charges in the case.
So, first of all, they didn't share a child together. So the child he had was from another woman. The relationship was known to be unhealthy. He was a cheater. There was no talk of domestic violence on his part, nor her part until that time. It was just unhealthy. It was toxic. It was more than one time she caught him cheating and she stayed. If it's that bad, if you notice a person's a cheater, then get out. Leave him alone. They're not trustworthy. Leave the knucklehead alone. Fellas, if you notice she's a cheater, leave her alone. Why throw away your life over nonsense? And they've already reached a verdict. I'll let you hear it.
Well, new tonight, a jury just reached a verdict for a woman accused of running over her boyfriend outside an Indianapolis bar.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of voluntary manslaughter, a level 2 felony.
Manslaughter.
During the trial, Galen Morris's attorneys asked the jury to find their
She's
client
in the bar
guilty
attacking
of a lesser
him.
crime than murder. And that's
and
what
the girl
happened.
he was with.
Investigators say Morris tracked her boyfriend, Andre Smith, to the bar and confronted him over an affair. She then waited outside for Smith before running him over multiple times. Sentencing for Morris is now set for September 21st.
She's already been sentenced. I believe she got 17 or 18 years for manslaughter. To me, manslaughter is when you're defending yourself and you didn't mean to do it. She used an air tag to air him out. She went to the bar, assaulted him, then waited for him in the parking lot to run him over multiple times, stopping the car while it was on top of his body. And a part of me wondered, did she rev the tires up as she was sitting on top of him with the vehicle and then ended his life? But she got manslaughter, not capital murder, not murder, even though to me, she had what she had planned on doing already thought out, because she used the GPS, the air tag, to track him down and air him out. You kind of know, remember the movie Predator, when Predator would kind of have the heat-seeking missiles and he can see your body heat and he would track you down and go in for the kill? That's exactly what she did. But somehow in the courtroom, I saw the video. You guys can go and look it up. She went in there, squeezed some tears, said if she'd have known this would have happened, she would have never acted this way, or she didn't mean to do it. Yeah, you did, because you tracked him down, you plotted it, and you ended his life because he hurt your feelings. And again, to my knowledge, they have not said that. They did not share children together. He had a child with somebody else. He got with her, and he kept bad behavior. Him being a cheater, he just kept being unfaithful over and over again. And instead of her just leaving the situation, she decided to take matters in her own hands. And now he's no longer here. He left behind the child, and she's going to spend the rest of whatever years, the next 17, 18 years behind bars. It's not worth it. And I'm going to be honest with you. She got manslaughter. People are not going to like what I say when I say this, but if this ain't the definition of pussy privilege, I don't know what is. And I also think it's a failure on the judicial system's part. This right here is right up there when that judge told that little bastard that raped that girl on a college campus, then said he was too rich to go to jail and understand what it would be like. It wouldn't be psychologically fair on his part. Man, get the hell out of here. Far too many times, we let people commit egregious crimes and give them slaps on the wrist. I can only imagine what that man's family is going through right now, what his kid's mother is going through right now, what his kid is going through right now, because they didn't say how old the kid was. So I'm assuming the kid had some sort of knowledge of who daddy is and was. And this, if in October, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I don't care if you're a man, woman, transgender, if you're in a heterosexual relationship, if you're in a homosexual relationship, if it becomes violent and unhealthy, get out, save yourself the trouble. You might save your life. You might save someone else's life. It's not worth it. You guys take care of yourself. Talk to somebody if you need help. Excellence over excuses. See you next time. Make sure you click that like button, share button, subscribe button, because that's what the algorithm wants. See you next time.